last topic. We're going to talk about life being single versus being in a relationship.
Okay, I see why this is the last topic. Mm-hmm. I completely understand why this is the last topic.
We're going to be on cliffhanger.
Okay. So we talking single versus relationship.
Mm-hmm. Pros and cons.
What do you want? What do you want? You want pros and cons, like opinion? What's up?
Just both. Anything.
Okay.
Like I just start off first.
I think I got it.
You got it?
So
go
like,
ahead.
the social media. I'll start with the social media aspect of relationships and single. It's like, if you're single, the social media aspect is you pretty much a hoe, guy or girl. Mm-hmm. You get with a lot of people. Like, that's that thought of like being single. But it's like, you can be a single person without being like, oh yeah, I'm about to hit this, and this. It's like you're just single. You're just by yourself, like completely. You're not holding around with none of that. And the social media aspect of being in a relationship, it's like, oh, let's do this. Like, you know, like they have like the little cute shit like on the Instagram things or whatever. Like all that one
dance, babe.
Yeah. And it's just like, I don't understand why it has to be shown this, that, and the third. Because like, if I feel like you are cool peoples for me, then it's like, why would I want everybody else seeing that? Mm-hmm. It's for me for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm selfish. It's like PB Rock said, I'm selfish.
That's the easy way for somebody to want to get your bitch, or want to get your man.
Nah, real deal.
If you like
real
put that shit on social media.
Yes,
like
that is the quickest way.
I'm gonna follow you.
Listen, I would hate to just sit there and be like, okay, you got it, because I know I'm not gonna fight for it. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give it up. Like, it's like I'm gonna give it up. I'm not gonna fight for it. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, I'm just gonna sit there. Okay.
I think the individual goes for it.
Literally just gonna think, and that's the worst part of it. Yeah. You just sit there and think and be in your own thoughts. Mm-hmm.
How I see it, I mean, I've learned a lot from being in a relationship and also being single. Well, I've learned in a relationship that I have a lot to do the grow type shit. Communication is very, very important.
A lot, yes.
Because I mean, even if you think you've said a lot, you still haven't said enough.
You haven't said.
A lot of people think that 1 year of like dating or being in a relationship is enough to know a person. It's really not. You can learn from this pandemic. Like, people were going out doing their jobs before 3, 4 years ago, going out doing their jobs with the people they've married. They've been married for fucking 5, 6 years, but they've known each other for pretty much most of their life. They go do their jobs and shit. They do other shit. Go out with the girls and shit. They go out with the guys type shit. They're in the house with their husband and wife for a whole year straight. Can't do nothing. Right. Divorce rates, they went up because they said, oh, I didn't know this person was like this. I didn't understand. I didn't know how this person was. I didn't know this person was a slob like this. I didn't know this is what this person actually thinks.
No.
Yes. Because you got other shit that you're doing outside of the house. That shit blinds you.
Tell me why. Sophomore year, like right when like this COVID thing hit, I had a little girl or whatever, right? We was straight. Like, I'm thinking, okay, like she cool peoples, like she cool peoples, you know. Then quarantine happened. She was not P. I'm just, to say the least, she was not P at all, in the slightest. And it really, I was sitting there confused because I was just like, bro,
you seem so cool, but
how could you switch so quick? Mm-hmm. And it was just like instant. And it's like, how did I not see this before?
One thing that I've learned.
What was the point? Like, what was the
one thing that I've learned, and one thing that I've been like learning to stop doing, is that if I ever see a girl, oh damn, she's pretty, type shit, I'd formulate like a relationship in my head. A lot of people would do that too. Formulate a relationship or formulate an ideal of how that you think that relationship would be with a person. But you shouldn't do that, because if you do that and you get with that person and that person's not how you expected,
and it's not
then you're
going in the
disappointed.
way that you're headed, it's disappointed, and that leads to self-sabotage, and you're sitting there in that same hole. Like,
And then
what?
And then guess what? You're fucking.
the fuck
Hey,
is
you.
we
Guess what? You're in a relationship, and the person you're with, your partner, they're loving it. They're like, oh man, this is a great thing, and you're just not happy. You're just like, this is not what I signed up for.
And that is not fair to the other partner.
It isn't. That's why I got out of my first relationship, because I just wasn't happy. She was cool. I mean, we vibed. We had a lot of fun together. I just wasn't in it anymore. And
I mean, and I feel like that's fair. It's like it all just depends on how you approach it and how you go about the situation. It's like if you're just sitting there like screaming about it, arguing about it, then it's like that is obviously other ways you can fix it. But it's like if you sit her down, and just tell her that it's just like, it's not that I don't like you or I don't have feelings. It's just I'm just not in it, and I can't give you that 100% that you need, and that's not fair to you. Yeah. That makes complete sense.
Yeah, and honestly, and one thing I've learned about being single, is I've learned how to grow my character. I've learned how to. I mean, I was pretty independent before I got in a relationship. I got in a relationship, and then I learned the do's and don'ts of a relationship. And you learn as you go. Each relationship you have. My dad told me this. You learn a little bit more about what you want in a partner type shit. And
I saw that on TikTok.
Mm-hmm. And one thing I've learned is just how to move better. I've learned how to move in a certain way to where I don't need to feel like I'm being judged. Because back when I was in a relationship, I felt like I wasn't myself. I would have to be someone else. And I was uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable. I wasn't really uncomfortable around her because she knew who I was. I was uncomfortable more around her parents and her family. And I didn't like that feeling. I get anxiety.
Was they racist?
No, they weren't racist. They were cool. But I was just uncomfortable because I felt like I couldn't be my whole self. And now I'm positive. They were cool. They were cool people. I mean, I know they were racist. They couldn't call me nigga.
Because listen, Get Out started. They was cool people. They was all for a T. They was straight.
But no, they were cool people. I voted for Obama. Okay, I didn't even know that. We were just talking. We were just playing down with it.
No, they one of them.
No, they're not. This is a joke. But no, they dead ass were cool though.
Okay.
But it's just it was like I said, this is my first relationship. I have to learn, and now I don't give no fucks. And also I held a lot of shit back in my first relationship too. I let a lot of shit slide. I won't do that shit again. I'm not gonna hold my tongue.
Nah.
If I don't like something, I'm gonna tell you I don't like something. I'm gonna give you a reason why. I'm never gonna argue.
One of the parts of being in a relationship.
Yeah. And also a part of being a man.
Being a man, it's like, yes, you are like, it's like if I were to do something to you, it's like automatically looked at as bad because of the social norm type shit. But it's just like, I as a guy, I still have feelings. I still feel the same shit that you feeling in a different way, amplified, less. It doesn't matter. I'm still feeling it. And it's like, I am going to try to communicate to you what I'm feeling, how I'm feeling it. And it's like, if you are not listening to that, but you want me to listen to your problems and your issues, there's the door. And that's like the door's right there.
And also, if you do have a problem with what I did or what I'm doing, tell me.
Let me know.
Don't let me guess. You can obviously tell something's going on. You say, hey, what's up, babe? How's your day? It's fine. Okay. What'd you do?
Nothing.
I did some things. Some shit. Okay, what's wrong? Nothing. Alright, well, bye. I'm about to play a game or something.
So you just don't want my attention?
Exactly.
Nah.
He's like, no, I want you to talk to me, but if you don't want to talk, like, it's not because you think it's going to lead to an argument. No, it won't lead to an argument. If anything, if you're a mature adult, if you have a conversation, you have a disagreement. A disagreement is so different than an argument.
Yes.
A disagreement is you have 2 points of view that are totally different, but you communicate and you come to
agree to disagree, however the situation.
Yeah, either agree to disagree or come to a solid ground to where you both could come to the same
and just be like, okay, it's whatever, we straight.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. I think people just need to grow. They need to learn to grow and learn to listen. A lot of people don't really like to listen to other people. A lot of people what they do is they say, oh, hey, I'm here for you. If you need anything, tell me. And then they go and somebody actually confides in them. And then somebody confides in them. It goes in one ear, out the other, but they're just waiting for them to be done so they can respond and give them advice. They didn't ask for advice. They want somebody to listen. Listen to them. Be somebody that they probably help you with getting advice.
Literally.
They don't need advice. They want somebody to listen, to take it in. Be empathetic.
I'm not gonna cap to you. I do be talking a lot sometimes, but it's just like that's purely because I feel like don't nobody listen to me. Mm-hmm. Like I know some of the times, like some of the stuff I say, it just be like okay, but it's just like that's just how I think and that's just how I do it.
Honestly, me too.
It's just like my personality. And it's like in my head, my brain is just telling me say this random shit right here just because you can, mm-hmm. and like why not?
Even if nobody heard you heard it.
Even I heard it, like literally straight like that.
And then that one random nigga. Keith, what'd you say? Hold on, you ain't gonna go past that like you didn't just say that.
Nah, real deal.
Or you heard it.
You say it again, and then somebody like, bro,
you heard it the first time. Oh God, we heard you the first time.
That was sitting there heartbroken, like.
Damn. Oh God. And it's funny because that happened one time while I was in high school. Actually, several times, bro. People be having a conversation. I try to put it input something, but they just ignore me or they just talk over me. So I was like, that's when I learned. That's why I learned. If I need to say something, I will. If I don't have anything to say, I just don't say anything. I don't need to say anything.
I literally do that. It's like if I don't have anything to say, and it's like if I don't feel that it is important enough for you to actually hear, then I'm just not gonna say it.
Exactly.
And I'm just gonna shut the fuck up about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just if it's not important, it will not come out of my mouth.
And if somebody somebody actually cares and knows about you, that's hey, why aren't you talking?
Yeah, and they would be the one to point it out, and they would be like, oh hey, I noticed this, and mm-hmm. this. Talk to me, like we here. Mm-hmm. But don't nobody care enough to go that deep. So it's just
people are more on the subsurface.
Yes.
It takes a real one to go
literally. They would rather give off the aesthetic of being that kind of person. Mm-hmm. Than actually be one of them type people, mm-hmm. and just genuinely care for somebody, whether that's in a relationship or just a friend looking out type thing.
Yeah,
it's literally just in general personality, because some people, it's they'll put up a little front to these people, but to these people, straight dickheads. Mm-hmm. I done heard some stories, bro. I ain't gonna listen to story time another day, but I done heard some stories, and I think it's so funny.
Yeah, but pretty much, being single, I'm single now. So I'm on demon time. I'm for the streets, but for bad Asian shawty,
DTV for life.
Hey, bad Asian shawty, thick Latina or a curly head.
Bro, nah, because tell me why when I went to Vegas,
queen
tell me
comes
why,
against my line.
As soon as I landed in Vegas,
bro, I will.
Jared, as soon as I landed in Vegas, this nigga Jared was like, "Okay, where the Latina women at?"
Bro, God.
As soon as we landed, we did not even get off the shuttle,
get off the street for y'all.
And he was sitting there like, "Okay, where the Latina women at?" I'm like, "Bro, can we get to the hotel first?
No,
please.
No,
no. That's your problem. Niggas is horny."
Yes.
Relax.
Didn't you just hear I was single? I'm single, bitch. Get off my back.